My name is Pastor Hal York, and welcome to Truth in the Trenches. Today we're going to be in Proverbs chapter 15, verse 7, where we read, "The lips of the wise spread knowledge, not so the hearts of fools." Another translation says, "The lips of the wise broadcast knowledge, not so the hearts of fools." It's interesting when you read Proverbs how often it uses words that help shine light or help us to see the depth of a word and how it is used or to be understood. Just think of this verse. Lips and heart are wise and foolish. It could have said the lips of the wise spread knowledge, not so the lips of the fool. But he doesn't say it that way. And I think he's doing so to remind us of something very important, that lips reveal what is in the heart. They could just as easily be transposed, the heart of the wise spreads knowledge, not so the lips of the fools. But we know that Jesus said, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. The lips of the wise spread knowledge, or as one translation puts it, the lips of the wise broadcast knowledge. The lips of the wise. Now, it would be easy here to launch into a tirade against false news and all the misinformation we are bombarded with every day across the media. And we could lament that, but I think we would be missing the point of this verse simply to ascribe its meaning to those in the media or internet or whatever. This verse should be taken personally. What do my lips spread or broadcast on a daily basis? My words, the words I choose, the way I choose to express them, the tone, the timing, the thought, or the lack thereof involved. What do I leave in the wake of my words that I speak to the people in my life? Maybe my spouse, maybe a parent, a child, or a friend. Are they words fitly spoken? Are they words that leave people in a better place than they were before you spoke? Fools use knowledge or truth to hurt people, to embarrass people. They use it like a weapon. The wise use truth to build others up, to inform, to impart grace and encouragement to the hearers. What do our words broadcast to those around us? Is it truth? That may be right, and that's good, but is it truth spoken in love? What are you spreading? We've just spent 2 years wearing masks so we will not be exposed and infected with the COVID virus. And sadly, fools infect us not with a virus, but with their words. And often those hurtful, thoughtless, cruel, insensitive, poorly timed words can last a lot longer than 2 weeks. Fools spread dissension and hurt and violence and attention and gossip and slander. Their words are often cruel and hateful, filled with bitterness and anger, hostility. And as you look at our culture, that pretty much describes it, doesn't it? This is what we are becoming. Listen to the remarks people make. People are ready to fight. They're ready to argue at the drop of a hat. And there's no shortage of avenues for them to do it today. Written or spoken words have power to do great harm or great blessing. The wise people know the difference between the two. The wise do not use their words as swords to wound or to win an argument at any price. They choose them wisely, thoughtfully, guided by love, grace, hoping to heal or encourage, not destroy or discourage. What am I spreading or broadcasting to those around me? It may be true, but are your words spoken in love, with grace? Is it the right time? Why am I saying what I'm saying? Why am I saying it right now? What is my motive? Fools use words like someone who can drive a car but is oblivious to speed limits, to other people on the road around them, to the rules of the road in general. Consequently, people get hurt. All that matters is that they can drive a car, but none of the rules of the road apply to them, or so they think. And you can imagine the disaster and the devastation such a person could wreak on the roads because they're driving a weapon. Cars can hurt people if they're not driven properly. But imagine somebody who thinks the rules of the road only apply to everybody else, but not to them. Wise people drive recognizing the privilege, but also the danger a car can be to others if not driven according to the laws in place. The wise driver sees the red lights, the yellow lights, the green lights, the stop signs, the speed limits. They recognize there's a right side to drive on and a wrong side to drive on. They're aware of pedestrians, of people maybe standing in front of their car, crossing the street, school zones. The wise person drives his car realizing what he is driving and how he is driving can bring great help or great harm to people. That analogy is how fools and wise people use words, how they speak. The fool speaks like there's no restrictions. He can say whatever he wants to whoever he wants at any time he wants. It doesn't matter. There's no rules to govern his behavior. But the wise people understands there's something else more to consider than just the privilege of driving a car. It's about other people. What are we spreading? What are we broadcasting by our words? Are our words filled with compassion and love and kindness and thoughtfulness and knowledge, empowered by the Holy Spirit? Do we ask, how will this impact those who hear it? Will it build them up or tear them down? Is it other-centered? Is it the right time, the right place? Or are our words filled with bitterness and anger and carelessness, empowered by the flesh? Asking, how will this impact me? Hoping our cruel words will wound people enough for them to stop disagreeing with me. Or maybe it will get me more followers, whatever. For the fool, nothing is off limits. For the wise, everything is thought through. It's spoken with the other person's well-being in mind. The lips of the wise spread knowledge, or broadcast knowledge, truth. Not so the heart of fools. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in your sight, O Lord, my rock and my Redeemer. Those are David's words from Psalm 19:14. Wise words, words we need to commit to memory, we need to commit to heart. May this truth guide us and guard us in the trenches of life as we seek to live our lives for the glory of God and the good of others. May God bless.